Celebration. This episode features a Wahine volleyball match which occurred on November 27, 1991, when Hawaii met Stanford on the first night of their two-match regular season series. Going into the contest, Hawaii had a 23-3 record and a number 3 ranking, while the Cardinal was 27-0 and on top of the national polls for 12 consecutive weeks. The Wahines were looking to hand the number 1 team in the country their first loss, a perfect shot in the arm for Hawaii with the playoffs just 1 week away.
Well, going into the match, I wasn't really sure, how good Stanford was. They were undefeated. They were number 1 in the country. I had a feeling, though, that their schedule wasn't as tough as ours was. I think we were playing as well as we could at that time, so I felt pretty good going in. But we really didn't know how we were going to stop Bev Oden. We didn't know how we were going to stop Kristen Klein.
I played against Bev Oden for 5 years in the club situation, and I kind of knew the things that she liked to do, and we were kind of taught the same techniques, so I kind of knew the way she was going to be thinking out there.
It was important to me because, they beat UCLA. They had gone through the season undefeated, and I wanted to be, we wanted to be the first team to beat them.
I think we basically went in there with the mentality, we didn't really have anything to lose. They were number 1 in the nation. They had everything to lose because they had to keep, their ranking and everything. But we went in there like, we don't have nothing to lose. Just go out there and play our hearts out and, just give it all. And that's what we did.
1-0. The big roof goes up.
Oh, what a way to start, John. Hawaii with their big block getting an early point. Dave Shoji's got to love that.
I wanted to start off good, and all I was thinking was just to place my serve where I was supposed to. And that's what I did. And I guess things, started to work after that.
Pretty much with Bev Oden and Kristen Klein and, all the other big hitters, you pretty much know who the ball is going to go to. So I was just like concentrating, if it's going to Klein, I'm ready. If it's going to Bev, I'm getting my hands up. Went to Bev, I got my hands up, and that was the roof right there.
The Wahines would then score 3 more unanswered points, a Williams roof, a Boyer ace, and a Malin Franzen kill. Having seen enough, Cardinal head coach Don Shaw called an early timeout. However, the break did not deter Hawaii's determination and outstanding play as the Wahines expanded their lead to 13-6. Lovelace's roofed on the step out that time, and looking across the net at her was Christy Passo.
Oh, Christy Passo, a fiery competitor. Here we see the back set. Ball goes into the net. Passo claims she got the block. I don't think it made it over the net.
Here's Lovelace from the other side. It's roofed. Nice move by Tony Nishida. Little jump fake there. Threw off a potential play by Amy Cooper. But Krista Wahines had to get over this hump here. It was 13-3. Now it's 13-7.
This is a good rotation for Hawaii. Remember, they scored a bunch of points with Boyer serving down the line. Let's see if she goes down the line here. She does it. She goes cross court to Oden.
And Hawaii gets the 14th point as Oden passes it too close to the net. Hawaii tips it down. Lovelace again from the outside. Stanford's block. Cannot stop it. And Shota's going to come in. She'll come in for Kenyatta Lovelace to try to win game number 1. Let's see if they go back at Oden in the back. Passo's kind of blocking her off. We'll see if they go at her.
Tough to serve Oden because she's on the back line. I think Shota's just going to serve a good tough one, and it's going to be in here.
It is in. It's toward Oden.
Can't believe that Passo backed out of the way there. That was Passo's ball all the way. Oden wasn't even supposed to be near it. Shota gets the ace, though. Hawaii gets the win. The Bows on a roll.
Game 2 continued in Hawaii's favor as the Wahines jumped to a 3-0 lead. But that's when disaster struck.
The set was going to the right, and as I moved out to Sherry, I jumped up, and when I came down, I landed on her foot, and my foot rolled, and instead of my ankle twisting or anything, my knee gave out. And I think the reason being that I taped my ankles that day, and normally I don't. And so when that happened, I was hoping that at least I would have a sprained ankle, but when my knee went, it did all kinds of weird things, and next thing you know, I was down, and I was just grabbing my knee and feeling a lot of pain.
I don't think I'll ever live down seeing her go down. You feel hurt every time somebody goes down on the team, but with Toni, it really affected our team because she's such a team leader and she's a team player, and it was just hard that you couldn't hear anything in the gym. Everybody, it was complete silence.
Seeing her face on the bench crying and in pain, I just got emotionally high off that, and I just like, let's go guys, we're going to do this for Toni.
The loss of Nishida caused the momentum to swing. With Hawaii's heart and soul sitting on the bench, the Cardinal rebounded from a 3-1 deficit to take the lead 6-5.
Well, at 6-5, I put Brandy Brooks in, and she can really make things happen. She's got a tremendous serve, and you know, she'll come up with some great digs too. So I was just hoping for a lift, you know, from Brandy.
The second Toni went down, I was just looking for the chance to get into the game. I kind of took it upon myself to lead the team with the spirit that I try and bring onto the court. And when I went back to serve, I put the whole game into my hands and tried to do what I could to bring our team back.
Brandy Brooks comes in. Ball hit wide as they try a little sprinkle in the Stanford offense. Brandy Brooks comes in. I said to Dave Shoji, you know, she's come in and hit some fantastic serves. He goes, yeah, I have no idea where they're going, but you're right, there have been some good ones. That ball not off the block. It was not tipped. Stanford looking for the tip. 7-6 Wahines. So Brandy Brooks comes in, an immediate impact, 2 points. Great serve, free ball. Heather Brennan.
There's an advantage of being 6'3" and hovering at that 7'4" net. She points 2 fingers saying 2 hitters over on this side of the court. Oh, that'll fire her up.
Crystal Atwood goes too far with it, and Brennan goes up a little bit late. But nothing much she could do as that ball was hit too far. And Bev Oden back to serve. Bev Oden, the MVP of the '89 Junior Olympics. Etc., etc.
This is a big-time Division I All-American hit. Watch this ball go over Stanford's block here. Over and down. You have no idea how hard it is to do that, Mr. Fink.
Yes, I do. Serve down the line, put back into play, and a back set to the back row to Oden, and she hits it out. 9-6. Don Shaw calls timeout. The Wahines possibly using the Nishida injury as the impetus to put the Cardinal away in Game 2. The spark off the bench that Brooks provided allowed the Wahines to regain the lead at 9-6. The Bows did not let up following a Stanford timeout, and at the end of Game 2, it was Hawaii 15, Stanford 12.
With Howard Wallace between Games 2 and 3, Howard, are you surprised the Wahines are leading 2-0?
Not completely surprised. I think we've played the game the way we wanted to play it. You know, we were blocking real well and serving real tough. I am surprised that the first game was won so easily, score-wise, but I know they're going to come back all, you know, with all their guns.
Well, Stanford, we know, #1 team in the country. They're not going to lay down and die. What worries you coming up here in Game 3?
I think the biggest thing we have to think about is our change. With Toni out, we really haven't played together as a team, especially against a team as good as Stanford. So if we can make the adjustment with a new player on the court and some of our substitution patterns being different, I think we'll be fine.
And for the fans who just tuned in, tell us what happened to Toni.
Toni landed on I believe it was Sherry's right foot and twisted her knee. She's not in a whole lot of pain right now, but we don't know what the status of her knee is. I don't see her coming back in the game.
Well, I talked to Dr. Richardson, and Dr. Richardson said it definitely is a season-ending injury. Too bad for the Bows, but maybe she can lead you from the bench.
I think she is going to give us all the support she can, and you know, Heather knows that she's got to come in and try to do the job that Toni did. She's excited.
Well, Howard, we appreciate your stopping by between Games 2 and 3. Good luck in Game number 3.
Thanks a lot.
We'll be back with Game 3 from Clum right after this.
Again, as in Games 1 and 2, the Wahines took an early lead. The score, Hawaii 5, Stanford 3. But with the 1990 Player of the Year Bev Oden back to serve, it was time for the Cardinal to get busy. Back set to Williams.
This is one of my favorite plays that the Bows have inserted. It's where Boyer looks at Kenyatta Lovelace there in the middle and puts Key Williams to the outside. Normally it's the other way around. Prior to this, they've had Williams going in the middle and Lovelace on the outside. That new little wrinkle has thrown off the opponents. They expect to see Key Williams hitting middle every time. She's provided a heavy hammer outside.
The other thing Hawaii's done, Chris, they have not been intimidated at all. They're not making mistakes hitting balls wide or out. They're really getting their balls in play. So even if they don't go down, they're able to keep the ball alive. Only 10 errors so far in 2.5 games. That ball was tipped by Hawaii, and Stanford gets the side out. Blockers up front got a piece of it. Don Shaw talking to Bev Oden. Well, as soon as I said that, Lovelace cranks one out of the gym. Only her 4th error of the night. She's still hitting .300. It's now 4-5. Jackson goes right at Atwood. Lovelace tried to crank that one as hard as she could. It goes right into the block.
Hawaii needs a little more deception at the net right now. They need Heather Brennan going hard, splitting that block. Kenyatta Lovelace can't go up against 4 hands like that all night long. The odds are not with her. Once you set the Brennan in the middle or the tip play.
Yeah, ball hit right back to Heather Brennan, just reflex-wise. She just popped it back over and out. So Hawaii here in a mid-game slump need to settle down. They lead 2-0. Every serve now going right at Atwood. And Lovelace can't hit that one very hard. No tip is called. It goes over. It does get a tip. John Zabriskie overrules the linesman. Dave Shoji calls timeout. The Cardinal with a 2-point lead, 7-5. The Wahines came back and quickly scored 3 points to Stanford's 1, thus tying the game at 8. Don Shaw called a timeout to regroup his troops, but that could not prevent Hawaii from moving in for the kill. Good serve and a good pass from Klein. Bev Oden comes up. Key Williams, and give Sherry Boyer credit too, because she was right there alongside her. 9-8 Hawaii. Stanford with 7 blocks on the evening. Hawaii with 12. Free ball for the Wahines. Miley Golden, nice pass. Key Williams, the Intimidator.
Oh.
You've heard of Schwarzenegger. Well, now we got Key, the Intimidator. She just looks through the net, goes, you know, I'll drop in there all night if you'll give it to me.
You know, that look she has is something else. It's really not, you know, a malicious kind of a leer or a stare. It's just not like, hey, if you give it to me, I'll take it. She goes up a little step out. When she looks across, goes, I can't believe you guys gave that to me. That's the softest shot I've hit all night.
The kind of look she also gave Shoji when she got her ace. She is a character out there. She just picks up her 3rd block in a row for Hawaii. A block, a point, and now another block, Chris.
Key Williams on a roll, Hawaii on a roll. 11-8, Stanford in shock right now.
Brandy Brooks serving tough for Hawaii, getting bunches of points. Brooks. Nice block by Boyer to keep it alive. Let's see if it pays off for the Wahines.
Christy Paso with 2 tips. Last one goes out. Don Shaw is befuddled. He's stunned. He can't believe that his team is falling apart. Dave Shoji working hard on the sideline. I think he's made some masterful moves tonight, having to make up for the loss of Tony Nishida.
That one partially blocked, but it goes back over to Stanford.
Stanford seems to be settling down now. They're so stunned that they're just playing out of habit right now, and they can't believe they're down to this Hawaii team 12-8 in game number 3.
Ooh, Key Williams, nice play on her. Not ready for pass. Not ready for prime time, if you will, as Boyer gave it to her, and she gets it over. Through the block, a great dig. Miley Golden with a dig.
Lovelace. I don't know if I've ever seen Dave Shoji as excited as he is right now. All of his moves are working, everything. Look at this dig down the line by Brandy Brooks. What a substitution there. This high outside set to Lovelace. She drills it off the blocker. Hawaii playing great defense. Brandy Brooks with another great dig.
Colin Franson comes up and hits it down.
Don Shaw that time thought that Hawaii was over the line. But in fact, he was looking at the wrong line. Smolin was in fair play.
13-8 timeout. Hawaii is about possibly to put him away. Brennan with a free ball from Boyer, or a set from Boyer, and just hits it wide. It's 9-13.
Dave showed you one timeout left. There's a 4-point differential here in game number 3.
Key for Heather Brennan is to make a few blocks and just not hurt Hawaii at this point. Tough role for her to step in for the injured Toni Nishida. It is 10-13. Kristen Klein with her 13th kill of the night to lead the team.
She's been a little bit quiet, but there she is, the Terminator.
Again, the set to nobody in the middle, and it's a chance for the Cardinals. Off the block, Boyer. This time she gets it up. And a good dig in the back by Paso.
What more can you say about Kenyatta Lovelace other than awesome? She just goes up and keeps going up with that tremendous vertical 30-inch plus leap of hers, and then just hits it as hard as she can. Boyer with a good down-the-line serve.
Off the block, here's a chance for Hawaii. Mullen Franson. Lovelace too far from the net on that one, and it goes back over to the Cardinals.
Again, Hawaii with a good chance to score. Mullen Franson with a good set to the outside. Lovelace goes right at the center block. I think a line shot might have been a good play there. She's been going cross-court an awful lot lately. A line hit would have been a good idea.
Shota back in the back row, and a lift called on Boyer, and a point. And Dave Shota just yells, Sherry. I think she knows. It's 11-13.
He's got Mullen Franson on the. She's got Mullen Franson on the left, and Dave Shoji's running Sherry. Why set Kenyatta in the back? She's hit a bunch of balls in a row. Hit it to a fresh Mullen. I think it'll go to Mullen right now. Let's take a look.
Well, I'm not sure if Boyer slipped that time, but they wiped the floor. She might have slipped while trying to get the set.
Goes to a tired Lovelace anyway. Dave Shoji not happy with the play, but hey, it got him a side out, and he didn't have to use a timeout. Remember, he's got one timeout left with a 2-point differential here. Hawaii's had 2 different chances to swing for the 14th point and missed both of them.
Key in this game as it gets late is the substitutions left for each team. That's a live. Nice sneak up there by Shota. Bev Oden, there's Boyer with a big dig. Brennan lifts the ball. Dave Shoji can't believe that.
John Zabriskie calling a play over. He claimed he blew the whistle too soon. They're going a play over.
And now Don Shaw off the bench going, wait a minute, you blew the whistle.
Inadvertent whistle. He blew it, I think, before Heather Brennan put her hands on it. And he's just correcting himself.
Yeah.
Did you realize that, or did they tell you that? No, it's not. So it's a replay?
It is a replay. And I guess what he's calling is that he called the lift, but maybe it wasn't a lift because he blew the whistle.
No. I said he had an inadvertent whistle, which means he blew it too soon. And before, I think, Heather Brennan even touched the ball, he blew the whistle.
So Hawaii at 13-11 now, still 2 points away. Klein partially blocked, but gets enough of it. Conshot jumped up and yelled touch. The ball landed off the Hawaii blocker. No question about that one, and Terry Feldman now to serve. And Don Shaw now fooling around. He yelled at Zabriskie. Is that a jump ball too? Good play by Brandy Brooks to keep it alive. Brennan gets it back.
There is a big side out for the Bows. Heather Brennan putting that ball down. Again, her confidence growing with each moment. Again, she's called upon to do a very tough job tonight. When Nishida went down with that season-ending knee injury, Brennan coming on strong. And Key Williams back into the front row.
Miley Golden with a rare serving mistake. Back over to Stanford. So Hawaii with a big front row because Key Williams, not the tallest player, but one of the top 10 blockers in America. And she's got 6'1" Franzen and Brandy Brooks up there with her. Kristen Klein, the best server on the Stanford team. Through the block and back over to the Wahines.
Mullen Franzen's quietly gotten 11 kills in 22 attempts. No hitting errors for Mullen tonight. The Rock of Gibraltar as usual.
Good serve by Franzen. And a chance for Hawaii in a tough set in the middle. The ball goes out. It is Aloha ball as that ball is hit out by Paso. Suddenly it's 14-11. The crowd on their feet. They'll tell you the story. Can Hawaii really do it?
After we beat Stanford, I think we're all pretty much just unconscious. I don't think we really realized what had happened, especially beating them 3 straight. It was a great feeling. My parents were there, and just having the support of the state of Hawaii and my parents, it was just a feeling I'll never forget.
That was the best match ever. I think I never played so consistently that whole season. I mean, I was very happy with play of the team, my play. I mean, everybody's hitting percentage was up, digging. We were just doing everything right. I mean, we had practice all week for that match, and we was just ready. It was great.
Winning against Stanford was, I mean, it was a great picker-upper. They're an incredible team. It was hard seeing a team like that fold and go under, and knowing that we could force that and keep the pressure on that whole time. It was a good feeling to actually know that we could pull something off like that.
It was a great one for all of us. I was somewhat sad, and because I wasn't, in the lineup, but being, I guess, like the emotional leader or co-captain, I shared the win with everyone, and I guess I can't think about things that could have been, but I was real happy for everyone and for the win.
We hope you've enjoyed this installment of Rainbow Celebration. Tonight, the Rainbow Wahines knocked off top-rated and then unbeaten Stanford in straight sets 15-8, 15-12, and 15-11. Until next time, I'm John Fink for Rainbow Celebration. Thanks for watching.